Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Ready?
Miss Love is accused.
Hey,
Right.
Hey.
Order in the court! Shut your goddamn mouth!
Plead insanity.
You!
Plead insanity.
Accused! On the stand, now! I will not take such flagrant
Yes, Your
disrespect
Honor.
in my court. I am a robot, for Christ's sake. I'll eat your fucking face. Now, you are accused of the crime of breaking into a house and stealing a child. How do you plea? Not guilty, I would
fifth?
advise.
Wait, she said she confessed, Your Honor.
No. No.
I said the 5th.
Right.
And that, what I made up a 5th of vodka.
Did you do it or not?
Miss Love, would you please just say innocent or guilty, Your Honor?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm innocent of that, but the other shit I fucking did.
You know, I'm just going to take that as a general plea of innocence in this case. So we shall remove the kidnapping of child and simply leave it to a home invasion and burglary. Henceforth, we shall now move forward to a court case. Now that we've finally got a charge against the accused, that isn't a load of pretentious horseshit she's going to admit to immediately. Now,
I said plead insanity, guys. Come on.
Miss Love, if you cannot respect the court, I'm afraid I'm going to have to shout at you again. You don't want me to shout at you because I'm adorable, and when adorable things shout, it's just not nice.
Your Honor, my attorneys and my lawyer are not doing their jobs.
Miss Love, your attorneys and lawyers haven't got a clue what the fuck they're doing until I tell them, so calm down.
Exactly.
Anyway, if I may please have some respect and silence in the court from the defense and the defendant, Mr. Winner, I'm pleased at the fact that you've learned to shut up in my courtroom. I will be giving the defense and the prosecution the time period of 5 minutes to establish their evidence. I will come in the back room and show you what you need to do, which means, Miss Love, you're going to have to come and sit on this seat, and I expect you to sit on it. The prosecution shall use podium 1 to 4.
I actually have trouble sitting in seats. Like, I don't know why it doesn't give me the command.
Look, I just need... Hey, VR chat,
Hell
it's
no.
shit. Now, on that note, I'm done talking shit, and so I'm going to hand over to Mr. Winner. Mr. Winner, as the more experienced lawyer, you will be making the large majority of first plays in this court case. Therefore, would you please make a stand and present your opening statement to the courtroom?
So, Your Honourable Honour, this woman here is guilty of the crime of burglary. That is all I have to say, Your Honour.
Very well. A short and concise opening statement. Defense, Mr. Side, as the lead defense lawyer, would you please make your opening statement for the court?
Oh God.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Take time. No rush.
Okay, Your Honor. Okay.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, Your Honor. My little peasant is not. That is usually all I have.
Okay, so with that we've had two opening statements that are very similar. She's guilty, she's not guilty, but hey, that's the nature of opening statements, so nothing much to fret about there. So, knowing that opening statements have now been completed, we shall move on to the next case of court, which is the prosecution's full and frank case using all of his evidence. Normally I would allow the defense to go first, but as I believe it will be beneficial for them to see a slightly more experienced lawyer presenting so they have a rough idea of what they should be doing, I'm going to let the prosecution go first. That's without any disrespect to you, of course, that's just the way I'm doing things. So, Mr. Winner, if you will be kind enough to please present your full and frank case using all of the evidence that you have acquired.
Christ.
She's not here to save you anymore.
Your Honourable Honour, please could you turn to camera...
Did you say Your
One?
Honourable Honor?
Camera number
Yes, I
one.
did, little pleb.
Camera number
Pleb.
one.
Camera number one.
I swear to God, I
So-
will kick you out in the street. I swear on my mum.
Order in the court! Order in the court, Miss Love! I'm losing my temper at you, and I swear I'm going to have you executed even if you're found
Your
innocent
Your
at
Honour,
this
this is
rate.
contempt of court.
Sorry, Your Honor.
So, Your Honour, this
Sorry, Your Honor, I have
baseball
a
bat
drinking
was used...
problem.
This baseball bat was used to break into the house of the victim, and this gun was found on Miss Pleb here.
Pleb.
When she was arrested. The gun was not fired, however it is fully loaded. Could you please turn to camera 2?
Camera number to?
We came to what the fuck? That's money.
So, Your Honor, when the cosmic pleb here was arrested, money was found on her, including the credit card found in
Who the fuck wants the cash anymore?
found in the
though? Come on,
house of the
COVID.
victim.
You're so going to...
So you're saying this money was found on her and it's from the victim of the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, yep,
Yes,
that's fine.
Your Honor.
What was the card from again? Sorry, I didn't hear from Miss Love talking.
I believe that's contempt of court, but this bank card was the card of the victim that owns the house.
Okay.
Now, please, could you turn to camera 3?
Oh, in Canada, one side. Stop.
What is that? What was that?
I believe you've gone to the wrong camera.
Yes, I believe I have. Apologies there.
Oh god.
So, Your Honor, as you can see, Miss Pleb here has an extremely low IQ. So, when she was in the house, she got extremely thirsty and drank some water, and she left it on the floor, which contained her saliva.
Oh, so you're saying that that contains her DNA, that bottle that was found at the crime scene?
It possibly does, but however, it was found at the crime scene.
So a
And I
possibility,
believe,
Mr. Winner,
due to her
as you
low
know,
IQ, she would have
results...
drank this.
As a possibility,
Please, a
as
coin
you-
toss, Your Honor.
it is. I just need to find the coin. It's an old pound coin. I don't know where it... There it is. There, it's... Right, Mr. Winner. Oh, I appear to have gotten out of my chair. Aren't I clever? I love it when this happens.
However, Your Honor, if the coin toss does fail, I believe that she may have just poured it on her face due to her pure stupidity.
Mr. Winner, heads
Maybe
or
I want to
tails,
refresh
Mr.
and
Winner?
wash.
I would like to go for heads, Your Honor.
Very well. Please carry on with your court case.
So, as you can see, she has an extremely low IQ, and she's probably drunk, as she admitted in this court case. So she did go around the house smashing a few things with a baseball bat, including this clock at 5 minutes past 9.
Sorry, Your Honor. I
The
don't know how
robbery
to play
took place from 9
baseball, so
o'clock to
that doesn't sound
9:15.
right.
Miss Love, at
You
this
don't.
point, if I may interrupt, please, with a hammer. Miss Love, at this point, you're being incredibly disrespectful to Mr. Winner. Now, I know he has the face of a man you want to punch repeatedly and the voice of a man you don't want to punch repeatedly. But I would politely
No, I just
request,
want him-
Miss
I
Love,
actually just want him to call me
Miss
idiot. I want him to
Love.
call me idiot sandwich.
I would politely
I'll
request
call you
that you
idiot
respect
sandwich
the
if you-
lawyers
if you
by
want me
not
to.
consistently talking over them during the court case. What I'm saying
sorry.
politely is shut the fuck up, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Miss
Your Honor, I'd
Love.
like to repeat again.
Defense, if you
This
could
idiot
keep your
sandwich
client in
would do
check,
some
I
very
would
adept things.
vastly appreciate it.
It's really hard.
I know it is. If you have to go over and slap her, I'll turn a blind capacitor. Mr. Winner, if you could carry on with your case, please.
So, as I was saying, Your Honor, she was probably drunk and went around smashing things and pouring water on her face or down her throat, as she was drunk and has the low IQ. That's just a repeating, Your Honor.
Thank you for the repeating, Mr. Winner.
And I have one more piece of evidence, but I'll hold that for witness questioning, Your Honor. Don't go to it.
That's a new one. Is there anything else you'd like to refer to in your case, Mr. Winner?
No, Your Honor. I've brought forward with my case to this idiot sandwich, and I rest it.
Are you sure, Mr. Winner? I'm throwing you a
Thank you.
bone because I'm sure you remember
Thank
the
you.
other podium.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the key evidence. I've completely forgot about that. Please stand to camera 9, Your Honor.
We do have to. Now, may I quickly explain? This was a mug found in Miss Love's property after her arrest. However, no other details are known by me. Mr. Winner, I'm looking forward to seeing what you pull out your arse, considering you've forgotten about this.
So, I believe, Your Honor, that, like I said, she has an extremely low IQ, and the bottle was found at the floor of the scene of the crime. So I believe she may have poured some water into this mug and thrown it over her face when she got home.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Your
Winner.
Honor. That is all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Winner.
For the time being.
I must admit, that is a court case that's made me giggle perhaps a bit more than a court case should do. But a very well-presented case that's given a reasonable belief and things that have gone on. So quite interested to see how the defence is going to count this. Looking forward to witness questioning as well for that
Thank you,
secret
Your
piece
Honor.
of evidence. Miss Love has calmed down somewhat, but I swear if she doesn't, I'll set Mo on her, and that'll be the end of it. So,
RNG, man, RNG.
Mr. Prosecution, or Mr. Defence rather, Mr. Side, that's it. As you have heard the full and frank case as presented by the prosecution, I would now invite you to take the stand and make your full and frank case using all of your evidence. You may object as you see fit, Mr. Winner, but if you do prove it, immediately I'm going to get very irritated at you, old boy. Go ahead, Mr. Side, the floor is yours.
About that, Your Honour.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Winner? One moment, Mr.
Okay,
Side.
so do podium.
No, nothing, Your Honour.
Podium
It's
one.
fine.
You had
Going
5
to
to
podium
8, so yours will be number 5 will be your first podium,
Oh,
okay?
sorry, podium 5.
Podium number 5 on the screen.
I can't see it. Where is it?
It's
That's my cell phone.
a mobile telephone.
It is herself. Of which we had a Snapchat location screenshot of where she was at home.
Okay,
Going to evidence.
before we go to the evidence,
I would like to object, Your Honour.
Mr. Winner, I'll hear your objection. Go ahead with your objection, Mr. Winner.
Your Honour, if she actually has enough brain cells to rub together, she would obviously leave her phone at home, so it could not track her when she committed the crime.
Very interesting point, Mr. Winner. Do you have anything to say to that, Mr. Side?
Yes, you do.
Of which this so Miss Love is like any other typical millennial today. Wait,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a millennial. You got that right. That's correct. I am.
I'm a millennial.
cool. Well, there you go. Awesome. And most millennials these days would goes on them. I mean, I know I would. Down to the Snapchat screenshot. It also has a timestamp.
Abstain.
Carry on. The timestamp at the top of the phone, which says 9:05. That's my first piece of evidence.
Okay, so just to get this quick, I'll allow your objection in a second, Mr. Winner. This is a mobile telephone that had a tracking device that indicated she was at home, and there was a photo from Snapchat labelled 9:05 showing her at home. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Heads or tails?
I object, Your Honour.
I'm gonna
After
say
the heads or tails.
I'm gonna say head.
Okay, your objection, Mr. Winner?
We'd just like to say that someone else may have been inhabiting her home at the time of the crime was taken, and they may have used her phone.
I'm sure you can ask
There
that
is
bit
zero
during...
proof that she was at home.
Let's save that one for
Wait.
witness questioning, because that's a very valid point, Mr. Winner.
It's a picture of her. It's a picture. It's a screenshot of her. It's her own face with a timestamp at the top of the photo. At the top of the photo.
Might I politely say, why the hell is the
I
defence objecting to their own themselves? I'm
I'm
curious.
just saying.
I object, Your Honour.
Stop objecting. Oh, this clicked my bad. I came back.
Okay, not a problem, it
I
happens.
know it.
Your
I know
Honour,
what
I'd
you're
like
gonna
to
say.
object.
Order in the court, order in the court, order in the court. I'm going to allow one more objection from Mr. Winner before we move on to the next piece of evidence. Mr. Winner, if you will.
The defence has just said that it was a photo of this Cosmic here, and it's going to be taken at any other time and sent by one of her friends who was inhabiting the home at the time. That is all, Your Honourable Honour.
Thank you for that, Mr. Winner. An interesting set of things, but we'll wait until we'll allow them to proceed with their case from this point forward. Mr. Side, would you like to carry on with your case, please?
Okay, going to the podium.
Your Honor,
Six.
may I interrupt you for a second?
One moment, yes, Mr. Hero. Winner, get rid of your objection.
May I excuse for a moment?
Yes, you may go and do as you need to do.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Hero. Right,
I'm gonna thank you.
No, dude, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Hey, can you open the door?
yeah, go on, run. Go. I see. Right, Miss Winner, can you get shot of your objection, please, or are you, because we're having no more objections on this piece of evidence?
I didn't object.
Oh, it's still showing an objection for me. It might just be a broken screen. Doesn't matter.
I don't know why.
Okay, Mr. Side, apologies. Can you carry on with your case, please? Next piece of evidence?
Yes, thanks.
So, number 6.
I'm helping the judge. I'm the judge.
I can't even see.
What?
It's not
What
even showing
even
on the
is
screen.
that?
It
It's to
is
the right,
a
it's to the right.
block of
To the right.
My-
probably gravel from Minecraft.
Minecraft server. Minecraft.
My second piece of evidence is an achievement that she had made.
Your Honor? Like, can
Which
I
had been
object?
tracked
The-
on her console.
Abstain for a moment,
Your
Mr. Winner.
Honor?
Abstain for a moment, Mr. Winner.
It's...
One moment, Mr.
Sorry about
I
that.
want. That's fine. I want to hear what you're saying,
It's fine.
Mr. Side.
Good. Awesome. So, an achievement made on her console from Minecraft, which also has a timestamp via the feed on her console, saying for 10 past 9.
Your objection,
Which
Mr.
in
Winner.
my third piece,
Your Honor, I would just like to say that this is a physical block. This is a physical block that proves that it literally proves nothing. It's like me picking up a piece of dirt and saying I was playing Minecraft. And also, like you said, there was an achievement at the time
well, I
when the crime
technically
was
couldn't get
taken.
a stream or a netbox in that room.
Yeah.
So, but that's fine, that's fine. Like I said, someone else could have easily been playing Minecraft at that time in her room. As I
Can I
said
interject?
in my previous
No, Miss
objection.
Cosmo. No, you may not. If, gentlemen, if I may, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Mr. Winner, what number am I thinking of?
3, Your Honor.
Mr. Side, what number am I thinking of?
7.
Okay, carry on with your case, please.
Cool. Wait, where was I? Yeah, okay, yeah, so as any normal millennial also would have particularly quite a few passwords, even to their Xbox or PlayStation preferred, they would also have had that, sorry, whoa, wait. One sec,
Password.
one sec. Yeah, no, I am. I was just thinking that's how I was. Hey.
Your Honor, do you mind if I object?
Go ahead, Winner. I'm
Oh,
curious
yeah,
to see
he
what your
makes his point.
objection is.
I believe the defense is trying to say that passwords to accounts, anyone can easily hack an Xbox account, or they could, well, someone else could just know the password. I don't believe it's a valid point to make.
What is, if I may ask, Mr. Side, out of curiosity, what is the point you're trying to make with this? Acquired an achievement, allegedly at 10 past 9, and then we talked about passwords, but I haven't quite picked up where the passwords come in. Could you just reiterate for that, because I'm a little bit lost?
No, I lost my train of thought for a
And I
second.
believe you don't need a password to enter an Xbox.
But I was just going to say that her particular Xbox had her password. Not many people
Oh,
would have
help
guessed
me.
something down.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next piece of evidence, Mr. Side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Number 7, isn't it?
Which, yeah, number 7, which was the trophy. But the trophy was a pigmentation for the achievement. Which is a pigmentation for the achievement that was achieved on her feed.
So this is related to your. Is your objection going to be the same as the block one, Mr. Winner?
The additional.
I mean, Your Honor, it's a physical trophy that I believe says nothing on it. Which, like I said, it's like picking up a real pencil and saying that I won a game that includes drawing or something.
Oh,
It has no
Pictionary.
connection, and the trophy literally proves nothing. I guess that I can just bring forward the same objections as last time, but never mind.
Mr. Side, if I do believe we were saying this was a trophy that was won in relation to the other trophy that was won on Minecraft at 10 past 9, is that correct? Fantastic. I'm going to move forward from this point. I do rather hope your next piece of evidence, in all honesty, is not related to the trophy achievement, but we'll find out. So shall we bring the next piece of evidence onto screen, Mr. Side?
Is there any more evidence?
There is more.
Fantastic. I look forward to this one. I'll tell you that for nothing, old boy. Please, enlighten me. I love court. Mr. Side?
Okay. So,
My breath be kicking. I'm sorry.
you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this next
I
one.
know.
You're not gonna like it.
Okay, alright, deal with it. I'll deal with it.
Okay, so it's my next piece of it. Miss Love is a OnlyFans user.
Hell yeah.
She has had an account for the last 2 years, where she experiments with certain things. And this is a toothbrush that has been utilized, which also comes down to a video that was posted not more than 5 minutes after she gained her
Me
achievement.
Okay.
As a celebration.
I would like to
Right.
object, Your Honour.
I will allow your objection, Mr. Winner, if only to move away from the uncomfortable thoughts of what she might be doing with that toothbrush on OnlyFans.
Okay, Your
Can
Honour,
I
I
also
believe they said 5
object?
minutes after achievement.
You're not
I'm
fine.
hitting my
At one
molars,
point they
you know
said
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
10 minutes past 9. Remember, she returned from the robbery at 1:15. And this was probably posted around 1:15. But not only that, anyone could have easily just posted this. Like I said, the said friend or ex-person that may have been at her apartment. And this idiot sandwich here may...
Thank you.
They may have let someone into their apartment, they may have given someone their OnlyFans account password. We can't know for sure that this was her, as the video was not... We can't prove when the video was taken, so it could have been anyone else to stand in while
shit, what
she
was
was
that?
committing the robbery.
Oh, he is good.
Get rid of your hacks, love.
Sorry, I glitched.
You'll get back.
Sorry,
Right.
no, I just...
And thank you, Mr. Winner. That is a valid point, and I'd
Sorry.
like to assure you that I have taken into consideration the timeline. You know how sincerely I take this job when I'm doing it. Okay. Anything
I
else
do,
to
Your
say on
Honour.
this, Mr. Sides, without a graphic description of what she did or what the video person did with the toothbrush? I'd like to be able to
Let's go on
see.
YouTube.
Oh, no, nothing.
So,
I'll
would you
clean my
like to
teeth.
refer to the other
I'll
piece
clean
of
my
evidence?
teeth.
The horror version. I forgot what my last piece of.
Well, I gave Winner the prompt, the last piece of important evidence that was assigned and set by the judge.
Okay.
This one. If you remember, I came into the back room, told you this was a mug that had been found
Yeah.
in her home after the alleged robbery. How it's relevant to your case, I don't know. Mr. Winner really missed a point on this one, but that doesn't matter.
Where's the... I don't see it. I don't see the...
It's a
evidence.
mug. It's a bit weird, but it's there.
Mug.
Oh, like...
I need to confer with my my associate on this. Is that
Alright,
okay?
well, you're
Very
Your
quickly, of
Honor,
course.
I gotta leak my lizard. I'll be right here. Y'all can hear.
Can you,
I'll
yeah,
be
sit
quiet
on the
a
chair
little
for
bit.
us, Miss Love. We'll have the other witness first. Sit on the chair whilst you feed your lizard.
But I gotta go pee.
Sit on the
I'll be
chair,
right back.
please. Just trust me, sit
no,
on the chair.
please. I will pee on the chair, then you'll have to clean it up.
That's fine. It stops people sneaking into the room. Please sit on the chair.
I am sitting. Wait, am I not? Hold on.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm
Stand.
sitting on the chair. Oh shit! Hold on. God damn it! This fucking thing is not doing.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
All
right.
Mr. Defense Counsel, are you ready? Hello.
Yeah, my guy's not even here. My
That's
guy's not
fine.
even here.
That's fine. That's why you're the lead defense lawyer. Go ahead with this piece of evidence then, Mr. Side.
I actually am so sorry.
Defense?
Do you know what? Down. Okay, so I would say the cup is null and void because down to sheer circumstance, she had her window open and the cup fell into her house and has her ribbons on it just because she picked it up.
Do you...
Who's kicking me?
Objection?
Mr. Winner, I think it would actually be in your benefit right now if you didn't object. Just,
Okay.
I,
I won't
I accept you want to, but in this particular case, trust me, as a
I'm
gentleman
fine,
who
just
also
sit back
does
and
lawyering
relax.
and has comprehensively defeated you in court many times, including that one time where you won by
Once,
cheating.
Your Honor.
But I still won that fucking race, you
That never happened, Your
bastard!
Honor.
So what we betting then, Winner Boy?
Okay, I would say that court case we did wasn't legitimate, right? When you accidentally got beaten by.
I mean, it wasn't legitimate because you couldn't beat me without cheating, but okay. And what do you get if you win?
How would I get? You say I am the best prosecutor in all of the Vrchat court.
Not worth the bet.
Okay, I'm on board. Because you think of something.
I just noticed there's birds on the thing. If you win, I will say that case was won legitimately. If you beat me, I will say that court case was legitimate. Shit, how many people do we have racing? Is it 5? Who knows? I think they just started. I think I won.
We could hear you coming around the corner though.
I said I saw you as you were going round that U-bend corner. Fuck! I saw you going around the U-bend corner. And it was like, shit, they're there. And then I saw you on the corner, but I said, I had to beat him. So I'm going to be a little shitty right now, but you know. Hey, Mr. Winner, I'm pleased to inform you. I'm pleased to inform you, Mr. Winner, that because they also had an accident, I won the entire race. So would you please tell me about this court case in regards to our bet?
Well, the thing is, I think you used your fairy black magic.
Mr. Winner, I have my finger hovered over the friend button because if I can't trust you to hold up your end of a bargain with a bet that we legally made, I don't want to know you, so...
Just a bit.
Mr. Winner, you said, you remember what the bet was, and this is all on camera, Mr. Winner. Say it properly without any beating around the bush.
Was, I forget.
An illegitimate victory. Say it.
Oh yeah,
Say it.
illegitimate victory.
Thank you, Mr. Winner. I shall refer back to this every time you bring this court case up. Although I'm quite happy to never bring it up again because as far as I care, and this is on camera, I am entirely justified that you didn't beat me that day.
Your Honor, that never happened.
Hey, it never happened. I've got a video, you bastard. I beat you in that fucking
Hey,
race. Anyway.
Judge.
Yes,
That
Mr. Link.
never happened.
Judges get biased on everyone.
Unprofessional.
Where were you?
Don't you tell me I'm a professional robot. Right. Right. Mr. Side, does that conclude your case then?
I couldn't. That concludes my case.
Very good. If you could please take your seat, and we shall bring order to the court. A very interesting pair of cases that have been presented to us. I've actually been quite pleased with both sides. They've had very differing points, but Mr. Winner was focusing on the unintelligence of the accused, and therefore the massive allowance of evidence that's left around, and the defence were focusing very heavily on putting her in a different location during the time of the crime, which is actually nice, because it seems the lawyers have an idea of what they're doing, rather than coming in and thinking, I'll make it all up as I go along. Oh shit, I fucked it all up. Would you be surprised how much that happens? So now we're going to move on to the next bit of court, which tends to be the bit that takes the longest, which would be witness questioning. Now, as I've mentioned, the prosecution will be allowed to call one of the two witnesses, ask questions, the defence can object as they see fit, and then the defence can cross-examine the witness. As I've said, we have two witnesses. We have the accused, Miss Love herself, and we have the owner of the house that she is alleged to have broken into, Mr. Frosty.
Wait, two witnesses?
Yes, we have the owner of the house that was broken into. It's been a while since you've done a court case with me, Mr. Winner. I like to grab an extra witness that you have no idea what's going on to throw a spanner in the wrenches. Or a wrench in the spanners. You know what I mean. Anyway, Mr. Winner, as the lawyer, you have the privilege to call one of the two witnesses up to start with. Which witness would you like to bring to the stand first?
I would first like to talk to this idiot sandwich.
You'd like to talk to the idiot sandwich, right? Well, the idiot sandwich will have to repeat the Pledge of Honesty before she is allowed to give testimony in court. Miss Love, the Pledge of Honesty is very simple. You must repeat the phrase after me exactly as I say it. Are you ready?
You did better than I would.
Okay.
I, Cosmic Love 2881,
No, I didn't.
Yes, I, Cosmic Love 2881.
promise to tell the truth,
Promise to tell the truth.
the whole truth,
The whole truth.
and nothing but the truth,
And nothing but the truth.
lest I take my lawyers
Lest I take my lawyer
and show them exactly what I did
and show them exactly what I did.
with that toothbrush
With that toothbrush.
that was posted onto my OnlyFans site.
Oh my god. Hey,
That was
my
posted
OnlyFans
onto
is-
my
hey,
OnlyFans page.
hey, excuse me, you want that content, you gotta pay.
Miss Love, if you will not repeat the phrase, you will not be allowed to testify.
Yes. Or lest I show them the content with that toothbrush that I had on my OnlyFans page.
So help me God.
So help me Satan.
I'll accept that. Mr. Winner, you may go ahead with your witness questioning. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Love. Go ahead, Mr. Winner.
So, hello, idiot sandwich. I recall that you have repeated many times that you have been drunk.
Yes, but not as drunk as my twin sibling.
Were you drunk between 9 and 9:15?
On that day, yes I was, because I was
Yeah.
on my Christian Minecraft server, staying in,
So,
chilling out.
How
being
exactly
like,
can we
"Hey."
trust you as the witness in this case?
Because I drink the Jesus juice, and I'm telling you, my twin sister, Space Lust, is a little bit fucking insane.
If I might
I doubt
interrupt
you
quickly, Mr. Winner,
Effectively...
are you
Yes,
accusing the accused of being drunk in court?
Not drunk in court, drunk at the time of the robbery.
Very well, Mr. Winner, we won't do an alcohol test then. Do carry on with your questioning.
Okay.
So you admit you were drunk.
Hey, shut up! What'd you say, sir? Sorry.
So you admit you were drunk at the time of the robbery.
I mean, of course, I was on my Christian Minecraft server, I got the blood of Christ in my system, and I'm just like, staying inside, not losing my virginity like a whore, like the good Lord likes it, on Snapchat.
So, what about this mug? What exactly happened there?
Does it say I love Jesus? Because that's my mug.
I don't believe so.
Mr. Hero,
then
would you
it's
go
not
in the
my
back room and fetch the mug off podium 9 for inspection, please? We'll bring the mug in and we'll have a look at it, Mr. Winner, rather than do a coin toss because I'm just willing to accept it as it is.
fucking stormtroopers like, oh
There's not much I can really ask you. I mean, you say you're at home and say you're on the Minecraft server. However,
But I
that
am.
could just be a story made up later.
No,
or
but
you
my
were drunk.
voice,
You wouldn't
but my
you wouldn't
voice
fully
was on the
record
Minecraft
yourself there.
server. Yeah, I was
Yeah, your
streaming.
voice?
I was on Steam. I was streaming,
This
live
was
streaming my
not brought
game.
up during when the evidence was presented.
Yeah, well maybe
No,
they don't know
nor
the
has
whole
there been
story,
anything
and I'm
to prove
telling
it.
you. Yeah,
But
I got a video on
why
Steam.
have you not told your defense yet?
Because they don't need to know my shit.
I'm going to rest my case for now.
Well done,
There's
Mr.
nothing
Winner.
more I need to really say.
Very comprehensive. Defense, would you like to cross-examine the witness on the stand?
Apart from changing their story, Your Honor.
No? Very well. Thank you for your witness testimony, Miss Love. I'm sure Mr. Hero will bring the mug when he figures out how to get up to the platform. Right,
It ain't
Mr.
my
Winner.
mug if it don't say I
as
love Jesus.
Prosecutor, would you like to call the other witness to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fantastic. Miss Love, would you please take a seat with your lawyers?
Where's the mug?
Podium number 9.
Sure.
There's the mug.
Oh, they're numbered?
Yeah, they're numbered. Mr. Frosty, would you please enter and take a seat?
Wait, is this 9?
It appears to have gone over there. I can't reach it. Thank you, Mr. Link. Lovely. So, just for the notice, I'd like to point out, for the use of court, that the mug does not have any kind of writing on it. It is a plain, clear mug that now has my robot fingerprints on it. Delicious. I wonder if I can
Hell yeah.
trap Mr. Hero on it. Mr. Hero, come here. Come here. Let me see if I can... Yes, it's a shield. Mr. Hero, I must ask, out of interest, the podium this was on was at least 5.5 feet tall, and you're rather, well, short, if I may. Could you tell us the story of how you managed to get this off the podium?
How did I get up here?
How did you get this off the podium?
I'm really strong.
He used the force.
I guess it's kind of like relative mass strength, or kind of like an ant.
Hey! Don't do that.
He survived my hammer attack. He's definitely strong with the force. Ah, Miss Frosty appears to be joining back, so thank you for that short regression. I do like to find out how small avatars do it, because I can't fucking do it when I'm a tiny avatar.
Your Honor, I request that the defendant be cooked in my pan.
It's fucking raw!
Perhaps we could give the entrails to your pan.
You know what, I'm gonna sit down like this now. The rest of the case.
He rests this case, he's turned your life. Right, well, I am waiting right now.
Dead serious though. You should not be driving buses.
Yeah,
You should literally be in court, because like this is more than I knew about like fucking court.
But I'm making it up.
Yeah, do
Like, the
any of you
procedure
mind
of
if
court that
me
we're
and Ekman
doing
put our videos on YouTube?
isn't right. A lot of it isn't right.
Dude,
of course not.
you probably what's the test you have to take to go to law school? You probably pass that shit.
Bang, bang,
It's
bang!
too late for that, for
No,
Ekman.
for the
Unfortunately.
presentation, sure, but for the legal knowledge, not a fucking chance. I'm thick as shit. I'm just very good at sounding convincing. A lot of it is just in the way you use your voice and how you conduct yourself. If you, I mean,
some...
right, if we could have order returned to the court, the witness, Mr. Frosty, has caught fire and melted outside and will not be able to join us in the courtroom, which means, as the defence chose not to cross-examine the witness questioning has completed quite quickly, which is pleasant, meaning that we're almost at the end of this court case. Glorious. We now move on to amendments. As I mentioned before, amendments are very simple. If you found out some new information and would like to amend your court case in any way, shape or form, you may do so now. Objections to your amendments are allowed, and I may not accept an amendment if it's something absolutely ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. No is a very acceptable answer. So, Mr. Winner, as the prosecution, would you like to make an amendment to your court case?
0, Your Honor.
No amendments. Lovely jubbly. Right, Mr. Side, as the lead defence lawyer, would you like to make any amendments to your case?
Yes.
No. Shut up. No.
No. Okay then, so no amendments to be made at all. Not a bad thing. Amendments are one of those things where you do them sometimes you don't. I do believe my favourite amendment was somebody
said
referring
do.
back to a piece of evidence and literally
Yeah,
going,
you
remember that I am a kung fu master and I will beat the shit out of you. Now before we carry on, Mr. Winner,
Oh, wait a second, for God's sake, I'd like an amendment.
does it happen to be
Oh, God,
this?
I just remembered. Yes, it happens to be this.
I'm going to allow
You
this
realise
because I am genuinely curious, Mr. Winner, so...
I only just remembered. I remembered when you warned me that there's something that I missed out. Okay.
God.
I would just like to say that this wine was found recently emptied in the apartment of the pleb over here when she was arrested. I believe she may have been drinking before or after the robbery, Your Honor.
On my Christian Minecraft server.
I thought you were a satanic person. You pledged
I
to Satan.
joked with him. I joked with him because he
You
talked about
don't
my
joke in a
OnlyFans.
courtroom. I
He
believe
talked
that's
about my
contempt of court.
OnlyFans. He talked about my OnlyFans.
That is contempt of court.
Oh, you've contempted court enough, mister.
I have not. That was when you were making your pledge to the judge, not a random just a comment. That is all, Your Honour.
Order,
And
order.
I don't feel I need anything else.
Very well, thank you for your amendment, Mr. Winner. It has been taken into consideration since you said you bring it up in witness questioning, but witness questioning was so entirely painful that it didn't really proceed for long. So that's fine. Right, we've heard that there are amendments. One amendment
Well
made to the
then.
prosecution's case, which has been accepted by the judge, meaning we now move on to the last part of court before the judge starts talking shit, which is closing statements. Very similar to your opening statements, a quick summary of your case and why you think they are guilty or they are not guilty, and just run with it. Once again, I'll be allowing the prosecution to make their closing statement first. Mr. Winner, to enlighten us with your wonderful logic.
Your Honourable Honour, this woman here is very, very guilty. For many reasons, including weapons found on them, the money and the bank card found on them, they were arrested, a drink found in their apartment, a clock being smashed in the house at the time of the robbery, and foolishly leaving a drink that probably belonged to her on the floor.
A clock.
Not only that, I have quite a lot of proof that she has lied, like not bringing up a key piece of evidence from the case that may have turned the whole thing around. It's saying that she was on a Christian Minecraft server when she's actually satanic. It's
I'm
kind
not
of iffy.
satanic.
Is it? Wait, I don't have to say anything, Your Honour. You can clearly see this yourself. She is guilty. She should be sentenced to death.
Can't people
Thank you for your closing statement, Mr. Winner. Very interesting. Mr. Side or Mr. Rebel, whoever fancies it, could you please make your closing statement to the court?
Okay. My client is not guilty. In regards to all of my evidence that I have shown, I think it proves it well enough that he is not guilty.
Thank you.
rest the case.
Thank you, Mr. Size, for resting your case. Vastly appreciated. Oh, Frosty has invited me to his place. I'll go to him later. Anyway, thank you for your cases, prosecution and defence. Genuinely very interesting cases that have been presented here. I've been very pleased with Mr. Winner's case. I'm not normally that pleased with Mr. Winner's case, but I'm very comprehensively pleased with this one. And I'm very pleased with the case that the defence has also put forward. Bearing in mind it's their first court case, their first time in court, so I assume they haven't even seen a court case before. And trust me, you won't walk into another one like this, because it's all brushes going, "Ah, the brush! Bang, bang!" It's a load of shit. So, considering it was your first court case, you've done very well. So now, we're going to move, he knows, we're going to move into Judge's Summary, which is where I will sum up the court case as I've seen fit, and reveal, of course, who won what roles where, which you will remember. So, this is the best part, Mr. Winner, and I get to put my camera on here whilst I'm talking. So, let's begin with the prosecution's case. Started with the prosecution's case because he was a more experienced lawyer. We brought up evidence number one, which was a baseball bat that was used to allegedly beat down the door of the house. Miss Love, this is the point where you have to shut up. Used to beat down the house, the door of the house, and a loaded gun which was taken, which would imply potential motive or self-defense of a weapon. God knows, maybe they were going for more robbery. The gun was not discharged on scene, but was later taken during an arrest. Mr. Winner didn't mention if this gun was legally owned or not. If it had been proven it was illegally owned or even stolen from the property, that would have been a real humdinger, but that's absolutely fine. Number two was a large amount of money that was taken from the house. Wasn't specified exactly where, but a large amount of money. You can keep money wherever. I used to keep money under my budgerigar cages, because let's be fair, who's going to look under budgerigar shit for money? And a bank card, which we accepted as a bank card without question, which was mentioned as a bank card from the property, but was never actually given a name. Now, I accept that no name was given to anybody in this court case. If I had mentioned that Mr. Frosty was the homeowner, perhaps the name would have linked in there, but that's not massively relevant, as that's information that the prosecution was not privy to. On number three was a clock showing 9:05, which was allegedly a clock broken by the baseball bat being wielded by Miss Love on the scene of the crime. Now, this would indicate she was in the house at 9:05, but when she actually broke in, not necessarily mentioned. So this would potentially place damage done at the house at 9:05. Now, the big point Mr. Winner brought up here was this water bottle, which allegedly she had been drinking out of and throwing over herself and all that lot, but a DNA test indicated that there was no saliva or DNA of Miss Love found on this particular bottle. However, Mr. Winner did point out it was possible that she had been just throwing the water on herself, but he did not push for a fingerprint test, meaning that we can't necessarily link this bottle to her. But that's an interesting point, and evidence number 4 was proof that she had been drinking before or after the robbery. Mr. Winner once again could have said that this wine was a special reserve taken from the house, a very expensive bottle, linking it to the crime, but in this case, just an example of how the accused is a drunkard and may commit crimes in a drunken stupor. So that's the prosecution's case, bearing in mind that number 9 was the mug, which we have over there somewhere, and was allegedly being used to fill with water and throw on herself. The thing here that Mr. Winner said was that it was used to throw water on herself, therefore it came from the property that it was stolen from. But once again, Miss Love, if you don't take a seat, I'm going to get very cross.
I was giving you back the mug.
Thank you, but don't do that. Sit down whilst I'm talking, darling. The interesting point on this one is that it was implied that this mug will have come from the property, as it was allegedly being used at the property to throw water upon herself. How he drew this conclusion, I don't know, as he never mentioned when arrested by the police that she was sopping wet, but that is as it is. I'm willing to accept that the mug could be from the property. Just got to remember to say it next time, Mr. Winner. But all in all, a quite comprehensive case from the prosecution. I was quite pleased with that case, frankly. It's the kind of case that I present, and that's a good thing. Moving on to the defence's side, we had a phone that allegedly had an app on it that tracked the location of the phone, as well as a posting to Snapchat from the mobile telephone. Having looked at the data that was available on the mobile telephone as it was uplinked to my amazing robot circuitry, we can confirm that this mobile telephone never left the address of the accused. However, it is quite viable, as Mr. Winner pointed out, that there may have been a second person in her house using it. Mr. Winner, however, did miss a massive trick by not actually asking about this during witness questioning, meaning that this is technically hearsay and we don't know if it's 100% admissible. It is also, however, possible that she may have known there was a tracking thing on it and she would have left it at home, although that would go very much against the case that Mr. Winner was making, that she was as thick as shit. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to accept that the phone could have been left at home, but I don't understand how the Snapchat could have been posted. I don't think you can queue something for Snapchat to be done later like you can in YouTube, so an interesting quandary for certain. Never explored during witness questioning, but never defended by the defense in witness questioning either, so weird one, but we'll move on now. Now, evidence 6 and evidence 7 are both metaphorically the same. So evidence 6 was a block from Minecraft, indicating she was playing Minecraft and acquired an achievement on her Xbox, which was here as well. During this time, the defense went on about passwords, and it was about as useful as the defendant has been during witness questioning. But it does point out that if the defense was willing to bring passwords up, they're aware that the accused may have passed her password on to somebody else, which means potentially somebody was using Snapchat on a different mobile device logged into her account to post photos, perhaps a weird stalker. It was never pointed out what the actual photo was either. For example, it was never mentioned if the photo was in the house of the accused, or in the house of that, or in the schoolyard, or wherever she goes to film her OnlyFans videos. God knows, but it was never brought up. No, Hammer, you can't make noise. So, bit of a missed trick there. However, upon looking at it, this is, as Mr. Winner pointed out, this is indeed actually just a trophy that is completely blank and a large block of material that in no way, shape or form can have come from an Xbox in relation to a trophy. Now, if you're curious, that means that Mr. Winner lost the original role in relation to the DNA. You won the role in relation to the phone tracking, but Mr. Winner guessed the number close enough to give him a critical victory in this, indicating that these two pieces of evidence are technically irrelevant to this case. Unfortunately, you could have built on the fact that the trophy was perhaps for something that may have given her character witness as a good person. Perhaps she's a world champion giver of milk to dying puppies. But you didn't build upon that, so that's absolutely fine. Stuff like that happens. And then we come on to one of the most interesting pieces of evidence in the entire court case. A toothbrush that we're all wondering how on earth she used during one of her OnlyFans videos. Now, I'm not going to judge anybody for using OnlyFans. I am a member of the furry fandom, which is a fandom that literally has hundreds of artists commissioning the most lewd porn you can think of for money, so OnlyFans is literally nothing on that. So I'm not even thinking about this. But the defense brought up a point that I find interesting. the defense focused very heavily on the time of the crime. 9:05 for the phone tracking, 9:10 for the Snapchat, and 9:15 for the OnlyFans video. Are we implying that in 15 minutes she took the time to make a Snapchat photo, upload it and do that, then played Minecraft and got an achievement? And considering that she runs a allegedly Christian Minecraft server, we can assume she has most of the achievements in game, so it will be an achievement that require an awful lot of time to build up to, and then make and post an OnlyFans video. Mr. Winner did point out that it could have been filmed at a different point, but wasn't elaborated on, so are we really implying that she managed to do all of those things in 15 minutes? Because if she did, fucking hell, you need to be running the country. So the timeline doesn't quite add up. I think the defense could have done an excellent job if perhaps Miss Love did point out that she was streaming, but this was never built upon by anybody and the cases have been ended. You could have brought that up in amendments, but you didn't. That's absolutely fine. I wouldn't listen to anything she was saying either. The defense would have done well here to spread out their timeline. For example, perhaps the phone tracking showed her there at 9:10, but the achievement was required, two separate achievements, one at 7:15, implying she was playing Xbox for a long period of time, and then one at 8:45, implying she was still playing Xbox, so she'd been sat down for a long time. And then the OnlyFans video perhaps being produced at around 9:50, posted at 10 o'clock, and maybe even saying, well, there was a clock in the background that had the time. You know, she likes to do, I don't know, she likes to rub her armpits with this toothbrush with a clock in the background with the time so people know that it's fresh. Totally and utterly fresh, because that's what people like. And then we would have had a coin toss, which could have turned this case very heavily in your favour, but you didn't. And the only reason I bring this stuff up in Judge's summary is so that you can learn and have a rough understanding of some of the weird shit that's expected of you, but that's fine. And then you brought up number 9, which was the mug, once again, which it fell into her window, implying she lives in an apartment block. The mug was actually brought up by the defense when prompted, but they said that it fell in to her window and she picked it up, therefore her prints were on it. A believable excuse, because technically, even though it's critical evidence, you don't necessarily actually have to link it to anything relevant. I mean, it's a mug. If I were the prosecution personally, I would have said that the mug was from the home of the accused and had the alcohol that she had been drinking in it, therefore linking her, because how's she going to get a mug from the accused's place and the alcohol at the same time unless she dropped the place? But Mr. Winner didn't do that, and once again, I like to try and teach people when I'm doing this stuff rather than just saying a load of shit and not explaining it. So that's how I roughly summarise the case.
I didn't feel like having another coin toss, Your Honour.
That's absolutely fine, to be fair. I mean, I don't blame you on that one, to be fair. Coin tosses can be a bit screwy. Sometimes I just make a decision. But anyway.
I was fully aware I could have done that one.
Witness questioning was painful. There weren't that many relevant questions asked. She did bring up that she held Satan, but nobody running a Christian Minecraft server would hail Satan in all reality, even for a joke, because, as we all know, Christians don't joke about the devil. They freak out and attack service workers because their change was $6.66 or some bullshit like that. So, not willing to accept that. She admitted she was drunk an awful lot, which relates back to the prosecution's case. So, all in all, I think that's Judge's summing up done. And quite frankly, if I'm honest, although I've been pleased by the cases that have been presented by both lawyers, and I'm sure the defense will see this coming, I do believe there is a comprehensive winner in relation to the logic of the case, how it happened, and the believability. And so I find Miss Love guilty of breaking, entering, and robbing the property for a large sum of money, and therefore I sentence her to death. Now, I did have an execution set up. What was I going to do?
You are dead.
I can't remember. What was I going to do? How am I going to execute you? How am I going to execute her? Not your power. I was thinking something different. I had a different idea.
Firing squad if you want.
Nah, firing squad's too
yes,
quick.
GG.
Excuse me, I think I call objection because he's played with you before, so...
Oh, that's it! I know how you're going to get executed! You are going to be executed by literally meeting your OnlyFans fans without any kind of security. Have fun with that.
Oh my Jesus.
Jesus Christ, that's not good.
It took me a while.
350 pounds of fucking woman.
And that is the end of court. That is a
I need a
court case
thumbnail
when there is
for
actually
the
organised
table.
shit.
Go subscribe to my wonderful channel and check out my videos.
That's Mr. Nighty, man.
No difference. Yes.
Do it! Please. Please. From me.
Please, give me views. Subscribe.
And that's the end of that. I'm going now. Bye.